Hello students, today in this video we are going to discuss about new topic of class 9 from physics. We are going to discuss about work. In our daily life we are doing various type of activities. Some of activities are completed by using mental effort. We have to apply mental activities in this. And some of the activities are based on physical effort. In literal terms, these all efforts made by mind and body are called work. But in science, the meaning of work is quite different than that of literal meaning. In science, these all activities are only called work if their force applied and displacement produced. Or simply, to do work we have to apply force or effort and the object should be displaced in the direction of force. Then only it is considered as work. And therefore what work depends upon two factors: application of force and displacement produced. If any one of them is absent, then it is not called work done in science. And here we detail discuss about work, its SI unit and different other terms like types of work. At first we describe about work. What is work? Work can be defined as or the product of force and displacement is called work. And in this definition we found that in any activities, if force is applied and displacement produced, then the activity is called work done, or it is called work done. And here we should mention that force should be applied and displacement should be produced there. And here we consider that work is the product of force and displacement. Work is defined or symbolized by W, force by F and displacement by S. Therefore, we can calculate work done by body is equal to the product of force and displacement produced there. And here we should consider that some activity and then we watch that it is work or not. As for example here, watchman standing on gate. Listen here. In this example, watchman is simply standing on a gate. Neither force applied there nor displacement produced. Therefore, it is not work. Suppose we consider pulling water from well. And in this activity, we have to apply force to pull water from well. Force is applied, and when we pull rope, then bucket moves upward and bucket get displaced up to certain height. Their displacement produce, and hence it is called work done. Listen. In any activity like a running in a straight path, and there also force applied and displacement produced. Other we can write climbing on tree or ladder. It is also work done. Why? Because on that condition both force applied and displacement produce. Other activity we can write pushing wall. In that condition we have to apply effort. Force is applied there, but we can't displace wall, therefore no displacement and it is not work. And in this way we can differentiate either work done or not in our activities. After that, here on the basis of, here we found that work is applied and displacement is produced. In that condition work done can be defined, and therefore work depends upon mainly two factors, and these two factors are most essential condition to do work or for work done. And here we write conditions of work done, in which condition the activities is called work done. First condition is force should be applied. There should be application of force in any activity. And other second condition is here object should or must displace. Listen. Displacement should be produced or object should be displaced, and due to that displacement when we apply force, there are two type of displacement produced, either in the direction of force or in opposite direction of force, and in this way we call positive and negative work, on which basis direction of displacement produced. When displacement is in the direction of force, then the work done is called positive work. Like here is object and we apply force in that direction. If object get displaced here, displacement produced is in the direction of force. On that condition it is called positive work. Why? Because application of force and displacement produced both is in same direction. Other is if displacement produce is in opposite direction of force, then the work done is called negative work. Listen, when suppose we consider that object, we apply force in that direction, and object get displaced in opposite direction of force. Here S is produced there. In that condition, the work done is negative. Such type of possibility may occur. When we apply force, then object may displace in same direction or in opposite direction. When get displaced in opposite direction, then it is called negative work. After that, here, on the basis of force applied and displacement produced, on the basis of displacement produced in the direction, it is of two types, positive and negative work, and on the basis of your force applied there, work is of two types. On the basis of force applied, work is of two types. And previously what we discussed, that on the basis of direction produced, if work is done is in the direction of displaced, force is applied in the direction of, or displacement produced is in the direction of force applied, then positive work. Opposite direction, then if no displacement produced, zero displacement produced, then zero work. Like a person is, or that is climbing load on his head and running on ground, return to the initial position, net displacement produced is there zero, therefore it is called zero work. And on the basis of force applied there, work is classified into two types: work against friction. Listen, when work is done against of frictional force, then it is called work against friction. Listen here. As for example here, pulling cart. Yeah. Force is applied there and displacement produced in that direction. But while pulling that cart, there exists friction between the wheel and ground. And in that condition, or running like a pulling cart, running on the straight path, such type of example of work is against of friction, therefore called work against friction. In that case, W simply can be calculated by F into S. And if work is done against of gravitational force or gravity of earth, work against gravity, when work is done against of gravity or gravity of the earth is called work against gravity. As for example, pulling water from well, climbing on tree or ladder, or when displacement is in opposite direction of gravity away from surface of earth. On that condition, the work done is called work against gravity. In that condition, W is or work done is calculated by F into S. That F means what? Mass into acceleration due to gravity, and displacement is in opposite or away from the surface of the earth, that is called H. Or work against gravity is calculated by M into G into H. These are two types of work. After that, here SI unit of work. W is calculated by F into S. It is measured in Newton. SI unit of force is Newton, and SI unit of displacement is meter, which is known as joule. And therefore SI unit of work is called joule or J. And we can define 1 joule work as if 1 Newton force displace object by 1 Newton 1 meter, object by 1 meter, then the work done is 1 joule work. Listen here. How we define that 1 joule work? If the work done by displacement of 1 kilogram object, or the displacement of object by 1 meter due to application of 1 Newton force, or work done is 1 joule, and here we write 1 joule work equal to 1 Newton force displace object by 1 meter. And in this way we can find out how much work done by object. In the next video we discuss more about numerical terms, energy and various form of energy, power, and after that how to calculate power of a body. Thank you.